Growing up, I loved Kung Fu Panda, and to this day, I still think it is one of the all-time great films. I'm not joking. I'd put it up there with the great feats of animation that Disney has put out. Its mixture of comedy, artistry, and wonderfully executed themes makes it a near perfect movie in my eyes. I didn't watch 2 and 3 as much, but I do remember enjoying them quite a bit as well. Now we have Kung Fu Panda 4 to add to that legacy, and I'd say it's also on par with Disney. You know, like from that era when they were doing straight-to-DVD sequels. Yeah, this one does not have nearly the same weight as its predecessors. Everything about it feels small. The cast is smaller because they didn't want to pay them. The stakes are smaller because they forget to even talk about them most of the time. The themes feel smaller because it's just a generic passing the torch story that barely feels explored at all. And the visuals feel a lot less impressive too. Somehow the same exact settings and backgrounds from the previous films now have this puny emptiness to them that I can't explain. And the new settings that most of the action takes place in feel even more empty. Well, except for the big city, that's the one exception. A lot of the time though, the fights are in these empty spaces, and the backgrounds shift into these stylized rushes of color, like you see in anime. And it's so clear that, like in anime, it's just meant to save money. Plus, even the music is just kinda there. Nowhere near as impactful as Hans Zimmer's amazing score from before. And just nothing is given the same gravitas as the other films. The main saving grace is Jack Black as Po, but that is such a given. He is one of my favorite actors, and Po is arguably the greatest and best role he's ever played. And here he brought the same level of energy and fun as always, even if the script didn't let him explore the deeper, more emotional sides of the character as the other films did. Awkwafina is an okay addition. She's not doing her typical Awkwafina thing, which is a relief, but this sneaky, sarcastic Fox character isn't all that interesting or memorable either. She's definitely no replacement for the Furious Five. And despite the fact that there were 2 great comedic talents in the lead roles, there was nothing much funny about this movie at all. Not one line or visual gag made me laugh, and I barely heard anyone else in my theater laughing either. And on top of that, the film moves way too fast. You know how there are those people whose TikTok addiction has gotten so bad that their attention spans are ruined? And how apparently these people will watch whole movies on 1.5 times speed to get it through faster? This movie feels like I'm doing that. The pacing is just oddly rushed. Like with the dialogue, the second one bit of dialogue is done, the next starts. There's absolutely no time to breathe in this, because they couldn't risk the kids getting bored. No, seriously. It was apparently a studio mandate that the runtime be at most an hour and a half, because the heads of the studio think that little kids can't handle a movie that's any longer than that. I guess the one bright side to that is that it got all of this nothingness over with a lot faster. Well, those are just my thoughts after watching this movie. What'd y'all think? Agree? Disagree? Think I'm stupid? Let me know in the comments. And let me know what you thought of this film. As for me, I say, Kung Fu Panda 4? More like Mid-Fu Panda 4. Why did I even waste my time with this? Like, I got a lot going on. Like, what am I doing? Why don't I just go watch the other movies? They're great.